Hi Flosstube, this is Stephanie, the Ivy House Crafter, and this is my channel about cross stitch and sometimes running. My previous video was a vlog about the half marathon that I just ran on Saturday. If you didn't watch it, that's fine. I am going to just talk a tiny bit about it because I'm still very, very proud of myself. My main goal was to finish, which I did. My secondary goal was to finish in a faster time than my previous best time, which was 3 hours and 7 minutes, which I did. And my super lofty goal that I wasn't sure I could do, but I really hoped I could, but probably couldn't, was finish in under 3 hours. And I did that too. 2 hours, 53 minutes, and 10 seconds. I'm a very slow runner. That's not an incredibly good time, but for me, it's really good. It's like amazing. Like, I can't believe I did that. I'm so proud of myself. I have already registered for next April's marathon, the Salt Lake City Marathon 2024. I was going to do the full distance this time, but had some knee issues that I needed to heal up properly, and that didn't leave time to properly train. So I got my fingers crossed that next year I will be completing the full marathon distance, and that's super exciting. Okay, so that's all the running that I'm going to talk about. Let's see. Cross stitching. I have a finish, a new start, a couple other whips. I did not do a huge amount of cross stitching this past couple of weeks. A lot of my focus was on piecing a quilt top, and I will talk about that after the cross stitch. So my first finish, I finished my stamped cross stitch decorative painting 9, and I will show a picture of what it looked like before, so last time I showed it. And here it is finished. And it's washed and pressed flat, and I like it. I'm so happy with how it looks, especially now that all of the ink has been washed out and I can see the actual colors. It looks really nice. I am very pleased with this. So that is my finish. I have 2 other kits that are similar, and so I started the next one. So that's my new start. And this one is called, if I can get the paper out, this one is called Decorative Painting 10. Similar, but different enough that it's coordinating and not like twinsies or anything. So that's what this one looks like. I'm excited about starting working on that. And here is what it looks like now. Not a huge amount of stitching done. I started in the sky and then came over, did a few stitches here and a little bit down here. So not a huge amount of progress. And this is going to look vastly different when it's done. But that is my new start, Decorative Painting 10. Okay, just a note. This is going to be a nice short video because, like I said, I don't have a great deal to show. I worked on my temperature piece. This is Temperature Quaker by Stitch and Mommy. And previously I had started in April. So here is where it was before. And a picture of, or a close-up of where April was. And here it is now. So in the last 2 weeks, We got 2 yellows and an almost orange. This is like a peach color. It was nice and warm. And then like immediately after we got blues again. It cooled down really fast. This day it snowed again. And then it kind of warmed up to the greens, and then it got back down to the blues. And now yesterday was finally a green again. So it has been all over the place this month. This was really nice. These days were pretty nice. It's been fun keeping track of the temperatures and seeing just like how random this year is as far as what the temperatures are doing. And yeah, it's been crazy. I'm looking forward to more warm weather, but I think we're going to be in the blues and greens for a little while yet, according to the forecast. So that's like 50s. So it's still going to be kind of chilly. Let's see. Let's talk about Whip Go. So my 2 calls for this month, both were full coverage for 7 days. And one I'm going to show you really quick, and the other one, I was just dragging my feet, not really wanting to work on the one that I had chosen to fill in that full coverage spot. So I decided, since so much of my focus right now is on, or was on piecing that quilt and doing the half marathon, I wasn't really wanting the pressure of having to focus on another cross-stitch project, especially one that I wasn't really eager to work on at the time. So I just went into my little Excel spreadsheet and erased the one that I had put in and put in decorative painting 9 and marked it as complete because that was my finish, because that's a full coverage project and it's my board, my rules. It totally counts. So I have one goal complete for the month of April so far. Now I'm going to show the other goal, and this is the one that I actually did choose and have been working on purpose for Whip Go. This is Active Service by Purple Stitching. My goal, as I said, was to work on it for 7 days. In the last video, I had worked on it 3 days. This time I worked on it 1 more day. Here is where it was before. And here is where it is now. So during that 1 day, I worked down here in her shirt. Got some progress in there. Beautiful piece. I love it when I am working on it. It wasn't my focus for this past couple of weeks, but I still have 3 days to work on it this month, and more if I choose. So that's still going to get a decent amount of progress. Okay, the last piece that I worked on, this was my Sunday stitch, not yesterday, but last week. Yesterday I didn't really... No, yesterday I caught up on the temperature chart, so last Sunday I worked on His Name is Jesus. And here is where it was the last time I showed it. And here it is now. So this time I added Mighty God. It's looking nice. The colors are calming. And this is just a wonderful piece to work on, especially on Sundays. And I am enjoying this piece. I have not talked about fabric. What else is new? I almost never remember until several projects in. That's 40 count linen. Purple stitching is on 18 count Ada, and the temperature piece is 36 count vintage country mocha. All right, Now we're gonna move on to the quilting portion, and if you were just here for the cross stitch, thank you for watching. And this isn't going to be like a huge, a huge long portion, but I do have some fun stuff to show. So I showed some quilt books that I purchased last time, and I've purchased a few more. I have a large stack of quilt blocks that I made. They were like sampler style, just a few of each kind, and the colors, while colors in each individual block looked nice together, all the blocks together didn't necessarily look great together. They were just, I was trying out a variety of different blocks, and this is blocks that I made years ago. And I decided it's time to maybe put them together into something. And I realized as I laid them all out, I had too many, and they were just too randomly colored for one quilt. So I'm putting them into more than one quilt. Anyway, and I needed some help figuring out what to do with them. So I got a couple of books by Sharon Craig. This is Setting Solutions, and it is from 2001, so this is not like a new book or anything, but it's really awesome, showing how to easy and fun ways to solve some of quilting's most common block problems, such as size dilemmas, color clashes, orphans, and what to do with plain old boring blocks. And that sounded just about right to me, so I got that. And then the next book in her, that she did, Great Sets, and this was from 2004. So I used concepts from both of these to put together 13 blocks that Audrey and I chose out of my pile of blocks. And here is a picture of the blocks when we laid them out just as they were. And these were the ones that Audrey and I chose to go together, and this is going to be a quilt for her. And they don't necessarily all match or go together or coordinate or anything, but using the concepts in these books, and in particular, let me see if I can find it. This was a big inspiration, this sample quilt right here. And I put the quilts together into a quilt top, and here is a video clip showing that quilt top and how it turned out. So I am very pleased with how that quilt top came together. We wanted it to be kind of autumnal, and so I chose the Garden Maze set, and it's got like, you know, trellis look to it, and it just came together really nicely. I used a bunch of fabric that I had lying around, and I don't know how to talk about quilt tops. I can talk okay about cross stitch. I don't know how to talk about quilts. I like how it turned out. I have a friend at church who is going to help me use a long arm quilter and put it together into a quilt. And so when that is done, I can show the completed quilt. In the meantime, I have 19 more blocks, and apparently collecting quilt blocks and patterns and things like that is as much of a hobby as collecting cross stitch patterns um, and fabrics and stuff. So I got this is the block book. It was recommended in one of Sharon Craig's books, and it's by Judy Martin. It's from 1998, but it's got a lot of blocks that she created. I really like these ones like this, where it's like it's a star, but then it has a couple other stars inside it, or like this one, another type of star within a star, things like that. And there's just a whole bunch of different block ideas and templates and cutting instructions in the back. So I'm gonna have some fun with that. So I have 19 blocks and a whole bunch of fabric and a whole bunch of block ideas and stuff, plus the African wax fabric quilts that I'm going to make. Anyway, lots of quilty stuff. So yes, my channel will still focus on cross stitch. That's the main focus of my channel, but there will be other fun stuff too. That is all that I have for today. Like I said, pretty short video today. And I will see you in another couple of weeks. Thanks for watching and happy stitching. Bye.